Inflammation is the body's way of responding to an injury or infection. It's a normal, important reaction that signals to the immune system that something is wrong, so it can then fight off infection or heal injuries. This is why a sprained ankle swells and why we run a fever when your body is fighting a virus. We need a little inflammation. However, chronic inflammation can damage healthy cells, tissues, and organs. Over time, it can lead to diseases like diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, and heart disease. There's no doubt that diet plays an important role in regulating inflammation. In this video, we'll explore 8 foods that cause inflammation to our joints. Number 1. Trans fats. Trans fats are created by chemically altering the structure of unsaturated fats to give processed foods a longer shelf life. A study published in Frontiers in Immunology suggests that trans fats are even more harmful to the body than the saturated fat found in butter and red meat. Trans fats are known to contribute to inflammation in the body, including in the joints, by interfering with the body's ability to use essential fatty acids. In addition to promoting inflammation, trans fats are also associated with an increased risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and other chronic health conditions. The American Heart Association recommends that people aim to limit their intake of trans fats as much as possible, ideally to 0. Number 2. Saturated and omega-6 fatty acids. Saturated fats and omega-6 fatty acids are both types of dietary fats that have been linked to inflammation in the body, including in the joints. While some amount of both of these types of fats is necessary for good health, excessive consumption can contribute to chronic inflammation and related health problems. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that a high-fat diet rich in both saturated fats and omega-6 fatty acids increased levels of inflammatory markers in the blood of healthy individuals. Saturated fats contribute to inflammation by increasing the production of cytokines, which are proteins involved in the immune response that can promote inflammation in the body. To reduce inflammation and promote joint health, it's important to limit consumption of foods high in saturated fats and omega-6 fatty acids. Number 3. Conventional red meat. Conventional red meat are commercially produced meats which contains high levels of arachidonic acid. These animals are fed with grains like soybeans and corn, a diet that is high in inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids but low in anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats. Arachidonic acid is a type of omega-6 fatty acid that can contribute to inflammation in the body, including in the joints. In addition, red meat is also high in saturated fat, which can increase inflammation and chronic diseases. Aim for organic, free-range meat that are fed a natural diet such as grasses instead of grains and hormones. Number 4. Sugar and refined carbohydrates. Consumption of excess added sugars is considered a major contributor to inflammation. Foods high in sugar and refined carbohydrates, such as white bread, pasta, and pastries, can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, leading to the release of pro-inflammatory cytokines in the body. In addition, these foods can also promote the growth of harmful bacteria in the gut, which can lead to chronic inflammation throughout the body, including in the joints. The American Heart Association recommends limiting added sugars to no more than 6 teaspoons, 25 grams or 100 calories, per day for women and no more than 9 teaspoons, 36 grams or 150 calories, for men. Number 5. Gluten. Gluten is a protein found in grains such as wheat, barley, and rye. Some people with autoimmune disorders, such as celiac disease or rheumatoid arthritis, may experience joint inflammation when consuming gluten. In addition, some people who do not have celiac disease may still experience symptoms such as joint pain or stiffness when consuming gluten, a condition known as non-celiac gluten sensitivity, NCGS. If you suspect that gluten may be contributing to your joint inflammation, it's important to talk to a healthcare professional before making any dietary changes. Number 6. Alcohol. Moderate alcohol consumption, like a glass of red wine, may provide some health benefits. However, excessive consumption of alcohol can lead to inflammation in the body, including in the joints. This is because alcohol can increase the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines and damage the lining of the digestive tract, leading to increased permeability and inflammation throughout the body. The dietary guidelines for Americans recommends no more than 1 drink per day for women and no more than 2 drinks per day for men. Number 7. Processed foods. Processed foods often contain high levels of sugar, trans fats, and other inflammatory ingredients that can contribute to joint inflammation. In addition, these foods are often low in nutrients and can contribute to nutrient deficiencies that can worsen inflammation. To reduce inflammation and promote joint health, it's important to limit your consumption of processed foods. Instead, focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. Lastly, number 8. Dairy products. Dairy products such as milk, cheese, and yogurt are a common part of many people's diets. However, dairy can also be a source of inflammation for some individuals. Dairy products contain a protein called casein, which can trigger an immune response in some people and lead to inflammation in the joints. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that consuming dairy products was associated with higher levels of inflammatory markers in the body, including CRP and IL-6. Another study published in the Journal of Arthritis Research and Therapy found that eliminating dairy from the diet improved symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis in some patients. As always, if you're having serious inflammation and joint issues, it is recommended that you consult with a healthcare professional. Well, that's a wrap on today's video on the top 8 foods that cause inflammation of joints. If you find this video helpful, please give us a like, share, and consider subscribing to more health and wellness tips.